Okay, so now we're going to go through PaperRater again, and this time we're going to use a paper that probably has not been plagiarized. I really haven't checked it, but I know the student fairly well, and I figure that the student didn't do that. So the first thing I'm going to do when I go to Google is I'm going to type in http colon backslash backslash f9 paperrater.com. And when I come to this screen, I'm going to click the Use Premium button. And once again, I'm going to go down to the text box and I'm going to paste the text here. So there's the text pasted. I'm going to choose ninth grade as the level at which this paper was written. I'm going to choose essay. I'm going to choose include plagiarism detector. I will click I have read and agreed to the terms of service below, and then I will click get report. Now, as I said, this is going to take a couple minutes because PaperRater has to go through and use its algorithm to grade the paper. And it's also taking a look at more things than just word count and how things are put together. It's checking the paper against stuff that's on the internet. It's checking grammar. It's going to check style. It's really a tool that would stand in for any editor that would be next to you telling you what you need to be doing in order to make your paper better. So if you want to make your paper better, you don't need somebody telling you what to do or what mistakes you're making and how to fix them. This program is going to do all of that for you, which is really nice. I really wish I would have had this type of program when I was doing my schooling way back when. I know I'm ancient to most of you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click into plagiarism detection. Remember, I'm looking for a score of 80% or higher in terms of plagiarism detection. And this one says 100% originality. Your writing demonstrates no signs of plagiarism. Great work. Okay, so that's what we like to see. The next one, we're going to go to spelling. And there seems to be one spelling error. However, it's probably within the context of a quotation, so I'm not going to really worry about it. But if there are a lot of spelling errors, you might want to go through your paper and check all of those out. Then we're going to check grammar. Once again, put a plural on something that was singular. So I may go through and check that out in a couple of minutes as well. But the grammar is just going to show us mistakes. Now we get to where we want to go. Word choice. In word choice, we want to be in this third block or the very bottom of the fourth block, which is where this student ended up. He is in the bottom of the fourth block. So that is where we want to be. And if we're up in the third block or the bottom of the fourth block, it means that we're using phrases that help our paper seem a lot tighter and read a lot better, as opposed to not reading so well. And it seems that you don't really have a good grasp of vocabulary. Style basically is dependent clauses. You watched a video in class about coordinating subjunctives. We're talking about the same thing. You can also use gerundive phrases at the beginning of sentences that stand in to make your paper read a lot more tightly, like you are actually going from point to point instead of jumping from point to point, that all the points flow together. Once again, we're looking for a transitional word score that is in this third box toward the top or the very bottom of the fourth box. So that is what we're looking for in terms of style. Vocabulary words, we want to be in the third box up into the fourth box again. Okay, the higher you are, the higher your vocabulary is. If you take a look at this student's word choice, it pretty much stands that his vocabulary is going to be in the third or fourth box. Okay, so we're looking for the third to fourth box in terms of vocabulary words as well. Now, this is the part that everybody gets very excited about, but understand this is just an algorithm. It is not the grade that you will receive. You can receive a grade that is higher. You can receive a grade that is lower. based upon the rubric or whatever the teacher is looking for, but it'll give you an idea. So right now, the algorithm says that this paper is worth about a B plus, 87%. Um, if you want to get your grade higher, in terms of the algorithm, you would go back out and you would start working on getting your grammar, word choice, and style higher in terms of where it's ranked on the bars. Okay. So, for example, my word choice is in the bottom of the fourth bar here. I would want to move my word choice up to the closer to the top of the fourth section, and my grade would probably go up 2 to 3 points. So it will give you a ballpark of where you're probably going to end up, but it is not the end all be all in terms of what grade you are going to get on a paper. Now, if you have a lot of time on your hands, you can go down here to where to next, and it will take you to different places. For example, I can click into Vocabulary Expander, and it will show me vocabulary words that I might want to start taking a look at to get better. Writer's block says, say goodbye to this frustrating condition with these cures. Effective outline. So it goes through different ways to make papers better. It goes through different ways to make writing papers much easier. As I said, this is like having an editorial assistant standing right next to you as you are writing your paper. So before you turn your paper in on December 11th, which is this Friday by 11:59 p.m., run your paper through Paperator so that you know about where your plagiarism is. It should be 80% or higher in terms of not being plagiarized, and where you are in terms of spelling, grammar, word choice, style, and vocab. And you also have a ballpark of what your grade is probably going to be. Have fun writing. If you have any questions, you can always email me. I have my phone on me most of the time, even when I'm away from the computer, and I will get back with you as soon as possible.